for breakfast, fresh fruit, yogurt and seeds. It was extremely windy on deck. The security staff were still on patrol looking for any pirates or anything suspicious. We're using binoculars and taking different shifts to see if anyone's trying to get on the boat, which they're not, because it's too big. And who wants to hold pensioners up for ransom? Think about it, you best have a container ship.
For a daily noon navigational brief on Thursday, 26th of January. And today, back in 1856, the Cunard Line launched the world's first iron-hulled transatlantic liner called Persia, which was the upgraded version of the wooden-hulled Cunard liner Russia. And until recently, Cunard liners were always named after Roman geographical regions, and the names traditionally ended with the letters IA. Well, back to the here and now, and as of 10:30 this morning, we have officially left the Red Sea and are now in the Gulf of Aden after transiting the narrow Straits of Bab el-Mandeb. The Strait of Bab el-Mandeb is the stretch of water between Djibouti in Africa on our starboard side and Yemen in the Arabian Peninsula on our port side, which is around 10 nautical miles across. We are following a special traffic separation lanes as this area is a bottleneck of all converging shipping traffic, hence quite a few merchant ships around us. And at present, we are steering a southeasterly course of 115 degrees, heading directly for the start of the internationally recognized transit corridor as mentioned in my anti-piracy letter sent to you a few days ago. And we will enter the corridor around 4:30 this afternoon. The international recognized transit corridor is 500 nautical miles long and runs parallel with the coast of Yemen and Oman, keeping shipping traffic off the Horn of Africa and Somalia. And once we clear the corridor, we'll set a direct course thereafter for Salalah. For information, ladies and gentlemen, since departing Safaga, we have now covered 1,050 nautical miles down the Red Sea at an average speed of 18 knots, and we still have 740 nautical miles to go to Salalah. Our present position is latitude 12 degrees and 24 minutes north and longitude 43 degrees and 43 minutes east. And geographically that puts Queen Mary to around 15 nautical miles east of Djibouti, now astern of us off our starboard side, and also 15 nautical miles south of the Yemeni coast on our port side. And just for your information, the Yemeni port city of Aden is around 75 nautical miles off our port bow, and when we are due south of Aden, that's when we'll join the international corridor later this afternoon. If you've been out and about on deck this morning, it's been quite breezy as forecast as the wind has funneled through the Bab el-Mandeb, through the land topography on either side. But we have a beautiful clear sunny skies with the strong southeasterly breeze now easing off slowly, currently around 25 knots, which is force 5 on the Beaufort scale, and a moderate sea state. Early this morning at around 8 o'clock the wind was around 40 knots. Outside air temperature still very pleasant in the breeze at 26 Celsius, which is 79 degrees Fahrenheit. The weather forecast for the next 24 hours is for the wind and sea state continue easing further into the Gulf of Aden we go. But while it is a little windy at the moment, if you are out and about on deck, may I please take this opportunity to advise everyone to please do take care when opening the doors to the outer decks, as they may slam shut at any time. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the navigational brief for today, and now for my usual noontime nautical anecdote. And today is the origin of the expression to bite the bullet, which means to accept something for what it is, even if not totally pleasant. Now, prior to the days of anesthetics, if a sailor was wounded in battle, the most common method of helping the injured person overcome his discomfort was to have him bite on a lead bullet. This also prevented him from screaming out too loudly, something the other members of the crew found upsetting. Of course, much of the success of this treatment depended on the sailor having teeth, and that's how we got to bite the bullet. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, may I wish you a wonderful afternoon as you would be merry too, and as always I look forward to seeing you around the ship. And just a reminder that the ship's clocks will go forward 1 hour tonight. and wishing you all a good afternoon. Thank you. Captain.
Joe went to the cinema to see Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. It's a comedy. And I decided to brave the wind on the deck, get some fresh air, which was very exhilarating. You can see how windy it was as it blew my toupee all over the place. And some of the guys and people, there's a competition to make a ship to sail in the pool that has to carry cargo. And you're not allowed to use anything off the ship. But these boys are cheating because they've got some paint off the guys who are painting and doing repairs on the deck. But not to worry, as long as everybody's happy. Here's a photo in the lift of a photo of me and Joe. Brother, this is Tony. He's absolutely gorgeous. You used to be a butcher, yeah? Are you going to say anything, Tony? No, okay. This is Benita. Is it Benita? Where are you from, Benita, originally?
Wolverhampton. I live in Wolverhampton.
Wolverhampton? And then, but Geyser,
Yes,
as in Stargazer,
that is correct. Right, absolutely right.
comes from,
As long as you remember that.
comes from Hungary.
Yes, I'm Hungarian
But-
by birth, but I live in England.
Oh, do you know
and
what?
I'm an Englishman.
I thought you lived in Hungary.
No.
I was coming to Hungary for the Palenka, so we could have a drink. Palanka.
Yeah, you come over to my house and I'll give you.
And where do you live?
Palanka.
You don't live in Wolverhampton, do you?
Yes.
You live in what? Do you know where I live? Lichfield now. And Joe over there, who's not looking at us. Jackie Chan's there, and Paul. they're the glamorous ones. I went to the pool today to get some nice photos of the young ladies in the pool.
Oh yeah.
There wasn't any. I mean, they were that old, I had to help them in and out the pool, I tell you. I was looking for young ones.
Where do you live?
Pardon? Yeah, I wanted her to come, but she wouldn't come. I'd rang all the numbers on the cabins, I couldn't find. She won't give me a number, so I can get her.
She's going to kick you out in a minute.
Oh, here she comes.
So where's your partner from?
Wolverhampton. Joe lives in Wolverhampton. Benita lives in Wolverhampton.
Trying to get us on TikTok, so
Yeah.
I don't ignore him.
I'm not doing it on TikTok, it's just for my brother. Hello, darling. I'm ready for you.
Pick him out.
This is Shirley now. This is Tony's better half. She's turning.
Shirley's
Oh,
turning
come on,
away.
Shirley. Shirley.
Wait till I strangle him. I've
Yeah.
had enough of him.
Have you? Where's your Fabergé?
My who?
Your Fabergé egg thing. I don't want to zoom into your cleavage, but if I have to, I will.
Forgive him.
Right. It makes the
Just
videos
take a
interesting. You've got
photograph
some
and let's
people
get on with
talking. Following dinner, I somehow become involved with the professional entertainers who were a local dance group that came in to dance on stage. And George, who knows he shouldn't take video of professional dancers because it could ruin my career, decided to take a little bit of video. Well done, George.
لا تاني معلش معلش.
And here is our current position as I take the long half-mile walk down the corridor to get back to my cabin. Good night all.